the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Big series right here.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they can't bring him down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's McDonald. Drops it off for Chubb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. McDonald. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Throwing is McDonald. Dancing to his left. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, New Orleans. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with McDonald. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I got one. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Twitch.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's McDonald to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. He finds his man Johnson. A solid stiff arm. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this out to Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. He's got it. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run it with Kamara. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Kamara trying again. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. McDonald. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second and 4. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A give. This is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Kill, kill, kill. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Under goal, check, goal check.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Bring it, bring it. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's a party now.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Pressure comes and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
It's just me and you. It's just me. 60
They'll run with Chubb. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. All day. All day. And 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Saints.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll drop the throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, New Orleans.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second down, 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
McDonald.
They set up the screen to Chubb, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Here's McDonald to throw.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Throwing is McDonald.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hip.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Able to power through. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, some strong running.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish.